Okay, and action.
So now I'm trying to find... Ah, crap, I dropped a cap. Well, I can deal with that later. I know what those are. Okay, it's been a long day at work. Thank you very much. So, did design work and then electrician. Great. Ready? So now, this will have to be white. This will have to be white. And this is like this, which means white. The way we're routed right now. White, 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 green, 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 route. It tells me it's got to be center pole on that switch needs to be the leads to run on this track, then somewhat a feed down to these. Now, I think the other switch must have been bad, because whenever we'd flip it, we could have a switch like this, to where we say this engine to leave. I don't think this switch was fully making proper contact, because it was sending this engine through and this one through. So we're going to try to rotate the switches, double check all the wiring. After that, if it's something else, check all the voltages to see if it's something with some gap someplace or somewhere that's not rate resistant or short. And if so, dear God help us, because there's a lot of wiring underneath here. So right now I'm trying to been following these leads that come down from the track. And they feed into two main bus lines here. We got the green, we got the white. Now with the way this track is set up in the yard, the innermost track that hooks into this one goes all the way through and out track number 3. This green one will actually follow a single rail that runs on the outside. Anything in between that is what gets flipped. So with that knowing, we can follow some of these leads down into some of these other tracks here, such as these leads here, which are actually set track in, and follow this beautiful maze of wires here, which, okay, that's free there on that switch. Ow. We can follow this back, play the old mess of wires. Okay, that goes there. And I believe that right here, we tied this red wire, which ties us back to this here. It ties us there. This one, whereas in this switch, that switch runs separate here onto this red lead. And I got to think here now, because this all came to me when I was trying to do design work on mechanical design, and I got little boards, I did a little sketch, and this all kind of thinking like a brick wall. So we know is, let's see, if that's flipped that way, which means the track is going to divert this way, which means that main line with the northern and what's sitting right now needs to be a white lead. So that tells me that, okay, I think here, look up, and that's that track there. So that's this grab, and that's you. And with that being flipped that way, that means this gray wire here should be hooked into the white. So that means that this white lead and this one should hopefully work. So get our cap screw tied in and pray to God. And then this green one should be on the opposite end. If we flip it the other way, braid out all of our beautiful mess of wires. Okay, that means that's going to hook up to there. We got that switch there. I'm trying to figure out that one still. I'm almost thinking that this one almost seems useless at this point. I almost want to say that these three here should tie in. I'm thinking. Because when we run onto this switch machine, sticking with the same flip, that should be time for a green.
What we gotta do, the club needs to
We're electrical?
find out, or find a way to come up with some kind of locomotive power on this.
So
Walker Road, Hiawatha.
now with that, okay, this one does not
We got that.
tie
F
in.
unit, or not F unit.
This ties into these down there and follows through the switches.
Unit.
But all needs to come off of this main switch here. This is the main terminal. This is the one that got replaced. This is the one that's going to be the issue.
Take care of that.
So if we're flipped to divert, which we are, this center line should be getting
Not detailed.
green power, right? No,
Probably
White?
tender, but, line
should be getting white power. And captain hold right. All right. So now, for some reason, this captain hold right. Oh well, we'll put that in there. Come on, you
Put
butter.
it out, because that does not solve,
That's not holding real good.
free rail, what you
It's one issue with these caps. Once the wires get twisted, they don't really grab that well. But for quick purposes like this, where we don't exactly know if it'll work, it worked great. So now if we're diverting, so it means the switch is thrown this way, which means the track is going to go down and follow towards the front of this layout. That means white will be getting sent down to the next track. Which tells me, with the way this is set up, if we're setting that to go that way, that lead falls into that, which should mean that actually these two almost should be tied together, I think. We can try it and see what happens, and if worse comes to worse, the layout will short. It's the nice thing about having a breaker system, so we don't fry any of our transformers or any of our equipment. So the last thing I want to do is have to replace one of these motors, because good luck trying to find them. A lot of them are 30, 40 years old, and yeah, not resistant. So we'll take that, we'll kind of do a beautiful little braiding job. I'd make any electrician cry, probably. At this point, best thing we could probably do is just to check and see. Now, honestly, if you want to avoid all this mess, just go with DCC and just have it where they're all insulated frogs. Have the whole layout part at the whole time, and just rely for the codes of the locomotives to power on and off. So everything should be working. This lead here doesn't hook into anything with the type of switch. I'm trying to wonder if that must have been for when they were running the other way too. Run to that, that goes in, feeds out. Yeah, we run 3 wires there. Okay, we should be all good to go and test. So, best thing to do now is just to run through their paces and check. So first shot, we're going to try for the northern. Probably got nothing else fires up. Okay. We have got a northern.
Yeah, I think so.
Now, you
That's
flip,
on the underside.
which now this should be all white leads powered.
Been done up pretty
This should be a white and this should be a green. This one should not run this one, should not run only this one. Okay, apply the power. Good. Switching now to the FAs and our beautifully handcrafted 3-way switch. Works. Okay. Flip this one over. Hudson should run.
Got a lake, home lake for making supper and felt like fish, so we went.
And now
By, steak
the old brick should run.
Stone cold.
That's well if I want to trust
Oh,
the
is
cars
it?
without them drowning.
I wasn't impressed with it all that much.
We're good! Thank God!
I had my heart set on perk, but then I figured
Good job, Jacob.
Thanks.